We're mooch docking.
We are GenY style.
GenY style. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so we left Howe, Indiana, and we are headed south. And we've got some good friends that have a GenY hitch on their truck, or actually on their fifth wheel, on their DRV. And we've heard so much about the company that we contacted them and said, hey, you know, would you guys be interested in giving us a tour? So we're going to take a tour of the GenY production facility. They put us up for the night, and we're going to see what they've got inside. So let's take a look.
Let's do it.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, action.
We are sitting down with Donna from GenY Hitch, and Donna, you are the marketing director at GenY?
Yes, sir. Yep.
And you have been with the company, you say, for a little over 2 years?
Yes, correct.
Okay. And why don't you tell everybody a little bit about the company itself?
GenY Hitch was originally started in 2012. The owner and founder, Carl Burkholder, he started the company after he encountered issues on the job site. He owned a tree cutting service where he had to own multiple hitches for different applications, different trailers. So he came up with a hitch and where he welded stacked tubes on top of each other. That way he would have adjustability on the hitch and he could use it for multiple purposes, multiple trailers.
Okay.
And his friends saw this invention of his and said, you know, you should really take this to market. And sure enough, he did, and here we are. I mean, how many years later?
9 years later?
9 years later, and GenY Hitch has expanded into a broader line of products from there.
Wow. So it was out of necessity that he started it?
Correct, yes.
Okay. So why don't you tell us, since the beginnings 9 years ago and where you've come today, what were some of the high key points of the company as it was growing?
Definitely one of the highest key points of the company was in 2016 when Carl created the torsion flex technology. And so what this technology does is it basically mimics a torsion axle. And so incorporated in our hitches is a suspension system where there is an inner bar that sits on 4 rubber bushings. And as you move down the road, let's say you hit a pothole, for example, or a bump in the road, typically you would experience a certain chucking or jerking motion when you're driving with your trailer, especially if it's loaded. So this technology absorbs up to 90% of the inertia between your truck and trailer when you're driving down the road, overall creating a much more smoother ride for you as the driver.
All right, so let's talk about your company's products.
Yeah.
You've got, I mean, we're sitting here in your office, in your showroom, and I don't know, how many are there over there? Over 15?
Yeah, yep. And within each product category, obviously we have, for example, for the bumper poles, we have shank sizes from 2 inches, 2.5 inches, 3 inches. So overall, we have hundreds of different products for the specific towing markets.
Now, do any of your bumper pole models allow for the equalizer bars setups?
Yes, yes they do.
Okay.
Yep.
I was not aware of that.
Yes,
Okay.
correct.
And so what are some of your other products that you've got that people may not be aware of? I mean, we obviously, the only thing that we were aware of is your fifth wheel pin box setup. That's why we showed up.
Yes.
We've seen it in action. We've got some good friends with it. And I looking at your website, I was familiar with your gooseneck pin box setup. So what are some of the others that you've got?
Well, one of the most notable products that we are known for is a mega duty hitch. So that would be the adjustable drop hitch that would be used for bumper pull towing.
Okay.
We've also got, in the bumper pull towing world, we've got the glider, which is a lightweight torsion flex hitch. We've got the Rebel, which is also a lightweight bumper pull hitch. The Boss, which is also a very known product of our company, which would use that torsion flex technology in a bumper pull style. We've got trailer couplers, like you said, gooseneck hitches. We've got Super C hitches. And most notably, like you said, in this market right now with the RV industry booming, the Executive is gaining traction very fast.
Okay. And what, in your opinion, sets you apart from your competition?
Yeah, one thing that I would say definitely sets us apart is that we take customer satisfaction very seriously here. We try to go the extra mile to make sure that the customer is taken care of, whether they have questions that they need answered. We've got an awesome sales team here that tries their best to answer any and every question that a customer has. We do stand behind a 100% satisfaction guarantee. So let's say you as a customer are not satisfied with your product. Within 30 days, we allow you to send that product back to us, or we can get a product in your hands that suits your needs in a better way.
Okay.
And what also sets us apart is our innovation here. So a lot of the products you see here in our showroom and in our catalog on our website were actually created based on customer feedback. So whether a customer called in and had an issue with a product or had a recommendation for making it better, we take those ideas to the drawing board and we innovate our products based on our customer feedback.
Oh, that's good to know. And then you also mentioned the fact that one of your big selling points on your hitches is maintenance free.
Yes.
Can you describe that?
Yeah, so the nice thing about the torsion flex technology is that it requires zero maintenance. Aside from some zerks that may need to be greased as often as you use the product, but overall there is no maintenance required for our products.
Okay, so just set it and forget it.
Correct.
Okay, I like that.
That's
I like
very
simple.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
So one of the big things that we like about your company is the fact that you're made and manufactured right here in the U.S.
Yes, yes we are.
out of Napanee, Indiana.
Correct.
I almost said Idaho.
Nampa, Idaho.
Napanee, Indiana,
Yes.
which is the kind of the center point of the RV industry of the world, isn't it?
It is. Elkhart, Indiana is where majority of the RVs that you see on the road are manufactured. So we're kind of in the center capital of the RV industry of the world.
And then we also noticed that you have an international presence.
Correct.
Browsing through your website, you've got a dealer in Australia, of all
We
places?
do. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
And then what about our Canadian friends?
Yeah, we've got a couple of distributors in Canada. We've actually got a dealer map on our website.
Okay.
So if a customer were to want to find a dealer near them, they can simply type in their address, their zip code, and it'll populate the nearest dealer in your town.
Okay, so they don't necessarily need to coordinate with you guys directly here in Napanee?
Nope. Nope,
Okay.
you can just visit our website.
Okay. Now, do many of your dealers stock the product, or do the customers usually come in and order it and then it's ordered from here and shipped?
Yeah, most of our dealers do stock the product.
Oh, okay.
It depends on the dealer. You know, if you're looking for a fifth wheel hitch and the dealer near you might not necessarily have RV products, they might have our bumper pull products or our gooseneck products.
Okay.
So we try to list on there which dealer carries which products.
Okay.
And then if there is no dealer near you that has a product that you need, you can always order directly through us on our website as well.
Okay. And then how about, should a warranty issue come up, how is that handled with your company?
Yeah, so we do sell a lifetime warranty on our products. So you can purchase that for $99 when you place an order on the website at checkout. And like I said, overall, we try to take care of our customers whenever we can. So the first thing I would do is reach out to us and tell us the issue or the situation that you're in, and we'll work with you to make it right.
Okay. And then are your dealers authorized warranty centers as well, or does all the warranty come back here?
Correct. All the warranties would go through us here.
Okay, okay. So it looks like you've got a lot of product for a lot of our viewers, whether it be a bumper pull or a gooseneck or a fifth wheel hitch or even a trailer coupler, as I'm seeing. So you've got kind of a rounded set of product. Where can people find out more about your company and your products?
Yeah, so by visiting www.genyhitch.com, we've got our full line of products on there. Like I said too, we've got that dealer base, so if you were to want to find a dealer near you, you can visit our website and find a dealer in your town. And we do have social media. We're always posting content on there, trying to inform our customers, so you can follow us on Instagram, on Facebook, and TikTok. This is where we assemble and ship out all of the products.
Tell me about your Rebel.
Yeah, so our Rebel is our lightweight drop hitch. So these are rated, we have a Rebel and a Rebel X model. The Rebel is rated for 5,000 pounds and the Rebel X model is rated for 7,000 pounds. So these come in various drops. We have various attachments. For example, like this ball mount. We've got a sway control plate that you can attach on the hitch and use for sway control.
Okay.
We've got a hitch step somewhere around here. We've got...
Oh, that's kind of unique, isn't it?
Yeah, we've got steps that you can insert in the hitch as well, or you can put it in your truck receiver.
Well, that's pretty cool. So this is kind of like your original hitch then?
Yes, yep, it's just a hollow shank versus a solid shank.
Okay.
And thus it's rated for less.
Okay, and then, so your 2-inch receiver then would go into here, or your step, or
Yep,
whatever
or the
it
ball
is.
mount, correct.
Okay. These pieces, whatever it is, these are not manufactured here, but this is where they come to be put together?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep, so everything is manufactured in Bremen, Indiana, which is about 10 minutes down the road.
Oh, I see, okay.
So then once we receive them here, we assemble them, we package them up, and we ship them out.
Okay. On your Rebel, that you said is a lighter version
Then the Mega Duty.
This is a Mega Duty.
Correct.
Okay, and the biggest difference between the two is what? The
So
towing
this
capacity?
one has a solid shank,
Okay.
so it's going to be rated for more weight.
Okay. And it's still got a 4-position placement for your receiver.
You can have, honestly, up to as many positions as you want. We make a 22.5-inch drop.
Oh my gosh.
So you have anything from 3 positions to the possibilities are endless.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
So with SEMA, I don't know if you're familiar with the SEMA truck show. It's an aftermarket parts show.
Okay, okay.
So a lot of the trucks and vehicles that you see featured at SEMA are lifted. They have, huge lift kits on
Sure.
them. So our presence is really big there because we offer such a wide variety of drops for bumper pull hitches.
I see. Okay. See, my mind is going gooseneck and fifth wheel, but this is a complete different market.
that's a new market for us. So this is kind of the bread and butter, what we're initially known for.
Okay. Okay. That makes more sense now.
And that would be the 2.5-inch. Actually, that might be a 3-inch and 2.5-inch shank. So a lot of the newer Ford trucks, I don't know if you're familiar with them.
Yes, because they put an adapter inside. Right.
Yes,
Okay.
correct. So they come with bigger shanks. So we do offer that as well.
Wow. I had no idea. We're using drop pins there.
Yes, yep.
Do you manufacture these as well?
Yes.
No kidding.
And we also have stabilizer bars.
Okay.
So with customers that have a longer drop, they can buy these stabilizer bars, and it actually bolts onto the frame of your truck, and it inserts into the bottom of the hitch slot, and it stabilizes the bottom of it, so that if you are towing, on one of the lower slots of the hitch, it stabilizes that for you.
No flex.
Correct.
Interesting.
The beginning of the process over here, and then I'll walk you all the way around through the lasers, all the mill areas, and then the hand weld area. So one of our newest additions. This is a CNC lathe, and we use it to turn out all the all the hitch balls that we still buy some in as well from a local milling guy or lathe guy, but we're on the way to producing all of our own. This is set up with a cobot. It can run lights out, so it can produce about currently it's producing about 100 of these hitch balls unmanned after hours. So yes, so we set it up. We set up the tooling so that it knows when to switch tools. So we have to do a lot of settings because there's 5 tools per head. So that machine's working on 2 different parts at the same time. It's got 2 different tool heads. So we can load up all these. We can load up all those ball bearings with bars, and it'll just keep on feeding. So what happens is once this bar feeds into there, these arms in here all along there will just grab the part and move it over to here. That's cool. And then feed it in. These things will clamp and feed it in there. Wow.
So, how long, roughly, maybe you don't know, these are 20-foot sticks?
24.
How long does it take to go through one stick, roughly?
So there's, like, if we're cutting 6-inch parts, you're getting basically, so you're getting about 48 cuts at about 15 seconds a cut. So whatever that equates to. Probably a little bit newer. This has been in production for about probably 7 weeks or something like that. This is a laser fiber.
I told her that's the animal cage.
It's an animal, that's for sure. But that is a fiber laser. We brought the laser in, we'd load it into those doors material until we got the automation on it. So this is fully automated. This will do the same thing. This will run lights out. As many sheets as you put in there, it'll run all your jobs out until unless it crashes. It's smart enough if it crashes on if a piece of steel flips up or something and catches the head, it'll shut it off.
So what are you basically cutting then in this machine?
Anything from 16 gauge or cut down to 20 gauge, which is just floppy, noodle floppy stuff, just very thin. I forget what the thickness actually is, but up to 1-inch steel. So there's 2 robots working. There's 2 hitches on there, and they're copying each other. So one's welding one part, the other one's welding the next part. Things are going to be extremely hot, so I can't handle them. But
okay,
that's what that robot welder is doing. It's welding all that shank, welding all the insides, and then they hand weld this just to fill up all the gaps and everything. So that is one solid piece of steel in there.
Oh, so it just spits them out.
There's your done part. It's got 2 spots. So it'll just flip them around when those are done, and the next 2 are in there now as well.
Now it's going to load 2 up. Wow.
So after we done this, we take it, flush, mill all that off, we cut that tube out, and that's all done right here.
My robot?
Shoot, I didn't get you to catch that. It's moving that pallet in.
Oh, okay. You get that? Okay, you got it.
So that's what the difference is between that machine and this machine. Is over there you open up the doors and take the parts out. The machine's not working. That machine's working again already. So it just switches them around. So what that did was just mill that flat, drill all the pinholes, take that tube out. So you do half of a hit, and flip it over, so you get 1 part per pallet every time it moves back and forth.
Finished product.
it goes through one more touch up there just to make sure everything, all the gaps are welded in like that. They'll fill that in with weld and grind it off.
You guys sell a lot of product.
Yeah, we do. So it's facing that whole side, drilling that hole, rounding that pintle lock off. And then something we started doing so we can track where we're going. It's just started last month actually. We're putting the month and year in there so if anything were to go bad, we'd have something break off, whatever, we can tell where it came from.
Okay.
Gaps or anything, they get filled there, they get ground off, all the sharp edges get removed, everything's prettied up basically. And then it goes from here to powder coat. From powder coat to their facility.
So we want to thank Donna and the amazing crew here at GenY for just an outstanding tour of their facility. They've got a company that is just small, but the innovation here is just absolutely amazing.
It is. I had no idea what was in that room.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool.
So anyway, we highly recommend, we've got some friends with the GenY Hitch, and GenY is going OEM with some manufacturers now on a special request. So if you're interested in the GenY, again, your website is?
www.genyhitch.com.
GenYHitch.com. Go take a look at some of their products. It's not just fifth wheel stuff. It's not just bumper pull stuff. It's a full variety. It's the full meal deal, guys. So anyway, take a look at their website, see what you think. And by the way, if you do contact GenY, just for grins, just like the Montana property, let these guys know that Sweet Travel sent you. We're just kind of curious to see where we could go with this.
Absolutely.
All right, so we're going to wrap this up from Napanee, Indiana.
It all starts with an idea.
Thanks for coming along, guys. We'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.